Well, hey guys, today I am the bearer of bad news. Out yesterday up at the BMW Open Day at the dealership, and when I got home last night I read on the news that a guy had been killed yesterday on his motorbike, 24-year-old, just up the road from where I live. So I thought I'd take you guys up there now and have a look for myself to see what happens. So stay tuned and I'll take you up there. Yeah, so BMW rider yesterday, 24 years old, was travelling along this road, heading in this direction, and unfortunately he hit a cyclist which came out of a junction onto the main road, didn't stop at the stop sign, and he drove straight into the cyclist. Both died at the scene. I think the motorbike rider died instantly, and the cyclist unfortunately died of his injuries on the street here. The cyclist was only 16 years of age, and as I said, the motorbike rider was 24, and this is the junction where it happened. So he was travelling home in this direction, and I'm betting that it was a guy that I saw at the BMW Open Day yesterday. He was on an S1000R. So we're just going to pull over here and see what's occurring. Yeah, so this is what happened. The motorbike rider was coming left to right along the main road, and the cyclist was coming down this road wanting to go straight across. He failed to stop at the stop sign, according to the article. Sorry, I just checked we're still recording. And yeah, he wanted to go straight on and got completely wiped out by the biker. It's a 70-kilometer speed limit on this road, and the police have said in the article he was going way over the speed limit. So the young lad on the bike misjudged his speed. I mean, whether he just cracked straight on and didn't see the road at all, I can't imagine that to be true. But probably he didn't stop anyway. Maybe he slowed down and decided to go and never saw the biker. See, there's already some flowers out here. Look at the markings on the road here. Yeah, and the cyclist was then knocked off his bike, and it said in the article that he then hit a road sign, so I'd imagine he hit this. And yeah, died of his injuries at the scene. His push bike was then thrown into that field. Jesus, it doesn't half make you think. Yeah, and the motorbiker, he tried to avoid the cyclist, but hit him on the rear end, or the rear wheel of his bike. He then came off, they say 150 meters up the road, and hit one of these trees. Yeah, it said that his bike went for 100 meters. He then flew another 50 meters, hit a tree, and came back onto the road. But he was dead when the emergency services arrived. I've seen some photos on the article. I think that's where his bike landed. Shit, man. Yeah, he hit that tree there, look. Fuck's sake. What a mess. Yeah, and I think that's where he lay then. There you go, 100 meters. So that's how they've judged his speed, from where his bike laid to where he laid. I mean, I can't imagine he'd be going that much more over the limit, because if he came off his bike and his bike lay there and he hit the tree, from that distance from where he hit him at the junction, he'd have still been travelling at a fair speed when he hit the tree for the impact to kill him. Fuck's sake. 2 wasted lives. It's just up the road from where I live. It's literally 2 minutes down there. And as I said, if it's the same guy on the S1000R that I saw at the dealership yesterday, there was no other details about who he is, just the ages of the 2 guys. I even spoke to him, if it's the same guy. But as I said, there's no details. His identity hasn't been released yet. It only happened, I think it was at 3:30 yesterday afternoon. But here all the time. I mean, it wasn't the season start. They just had an open day at the dealership. The season starts in March, April time. And in Germany, you can get season number plates, which only allows you to ride your bike between April and October. But a lot of the younger guys go for that, because you save 6 months on road tax and insurance, so it's a lot cheaper. But in March, you know, the first day of the season, I looked at some stats last night. I researched it. Between 30 and 40 people die on the first day of the biking season every year, and most of them are between 18 and 24 years old. And sure, there's a few older guys in the stats, but the majority are young kids. You know, 24 years old, and he's on an S1000R, which is a beast of a machine. Whether he can handle that bike, if he's old enough to handle that, I'm sure. Whether he is streetwise enough to ride it, that's debatable. Because although he's riding up the main road, and if he's hauling ass, if he's on it, we all like to ride fast. We all like the adrenaline rush, but you got to be smart. You got to do it where you can. So if he's honking up this road here, you got to expect that people, like, say for that van for example, is going to pull out on you or not see you, or not be able to judge that you're coming at speed. If they pull out, that's you dead. You've got to be smarter than the average road user, driver, pedestrian, cyclist. As a biker, you've got to be smarter than them people. You've got to expect the unexpected. And whether you can do that at such a young age with no road experience. I mean, the push biker who was 16, he's obviously even less inexperienced streetwise, riding on the road, cycling on the road, etc. So you've got to give people the chance to see you. And as I said, everybody likes to have fun. I do on my bike, but you got to pick the places where you can do it. You can't be hauling ass up roads like this, where major junctions are, and just hope that people are going to see you and not pull out. You got to expect that that's going to happen. So, oh Jesus, stick to the fucking speed limit. Fuck. Saddening. So you can see by this road here, he'd have been hauling it down this road, and that young kid wouldn't have been able to estimate his speed and went over, misjudged it, and it wiped him out. I mean, it's a 70k/h road, so I'm doing 70 now. So from up here, he'd have been able to see that junction all the way up here. That's 500 meters back. But yeah, the circumstances of the accident isn't clear. You know, there's not enough information out of it. But they did say that the young kid on the push bike didn't stop at the stoplight. As I said, whether he slowed down to a crawling speed, quick look, and then went for it, I can't imagine he was just carrying on as normal and just went straight over without looking. Yeah, that is then unclear, but I can't imagine that was the case. He'd have just misjudged the rider because he was riding at speed. But that's what it's about, guys. I don't want to preach or anything, but you've got to be smart. As I said earlier, you've got to be, as a biker, you've got to be smarter than anybody else on the road, because it's your life that they're going to take if you don't preempt something. I have to preempt everything. You know, if somebody's waiting at that junction, you have to expect that they're just going to pull out. Even if you think they've seen you, you know, you need to be off the gas, ready to brake if anything needs to happen. But if you're pinning just down the road, you know, young lads racing their bikes down roads past major junctions, that's just at some point it's going to kill you. As I said, I like to ride hard, but you've got to pick and choose a safe place where you can do it. You know, I have my sat nav, I always have it on, and I always zoom it in far enough so I can see where junctions are coming. So I can see on my sat nav this is fine for 500 meters, and there's going to be a junction on the left. So if I want to ride a bit quicker, that's fine. Still, you have to hope there's no deers that come out or anything, wild game or anything that comes out and you hit it. But you have to be smart, you know. There's a junction down here on the left, so you have to be off the gas and ready to check what's there. And I don't want to sound preachy at all, but these young kids on these powerful machines, although the age limit here is 21, and I think that's in a lot of countries. As soon as you do your full license at 21, you can ride what you want. As I said, whether he's physically capable, or guys that young are physically capable to handle bikes, without a doubt, but they're just not smart enough to, or have enough streetwise about them to understand what can happen to them. Sure, I've had you know, things that happen in the past, near misses, but all of them purely my stupidity. Nobody else. Sure, every so often you can expect the unexpected. You can be as vigilant as possible, and something will happen that's out of your control. You're going to get that. I would have said, it's like the X factor. There's a risk that you can't control, but the other risks that you can control, you need to be on them. You need to be on point with that sort of stuff. But just honking it down a road because it's your priority, you've got priority on that road, just honking down there on a road and just hoping that nobody's going to pull out and everybody's going to see you or hear you because you've got a loud exhaust on, it's just an accident waiting to happen. And it's your life at the end of the day. Sure, everybody likes to have fun, but I don't want to have so much fun that it's going to kill me. So just one to think about. Thanks for watching the video. Please share it, give it a like, comment below. I'm sure I've said some things in there that's going to be up for debate about younger guys riding powerful bikes, but I don't care. That's my view on it. So give me your comments below, click the like button, and be sure to subscribe, and make sure you share this video just to raise a bit of awareness to what's happening to the younger kids on bigger bikes.